Om Shanti.
ओम शांति। आज प्यारे बाबा ने कहा है कि तुम सब
Today, sweet Baba says,
सच्चे साहब के बच्चे साहबजादे हो।
you children belong
है
to
ना
the
बहुत मनपसंद
Lord
बात।
and the Master at this time, and you become
अच्छी लग
Prince
रही है
and the
ये सबको,
Princess.
टाइटल बहुत प्रिय लग
Do
रहा
you
है।
like this title?
कौन हो सभी?
Who are you all?
ये तो बड़ा नशे से कहना चाहिए।
You have to respond with a great
साहबजादे।
intoxication that we are going to become Prince,
और फिर
Princess,
बनना क्या है?
because this is the time we belong to the Lord and the Master.
तो इस समय बाबा ने हम बच्चों को याद की यात्रा से
Because
जितना बाबा को याद करते रहेंगे,
to the extent we remember Baba, we become Sato Pradhan.
तो अभी के हम साहबजादे भविष्य में क्या हो जाएंगे? बोलो माताएं।
Can
शहजादी।
mothers answer?
हमने सोचा माताएं कहेंगे शहजादियाँ। हाँ? शहजादे में दोनों ही समाये हैं, क्योंकि बच्चे हैं हम बाबा के।
Because we are the
और
children
बाबा
of the
हमें
Father,
आत्मिक रूप से
and Baba
देखते
just
हैं।
looks
उसकी
at
भी
us
आज
with
एक
that,
रहस्य की बात बाबा ने सुनाई है।
with the
इस
spiritual
समय
vision.
तुम्हारे सब दुख दूर कैसे होते हैं?
And Baba says,
बाबा ने कहा
by
है,
which method your sorrows will be
क्योंकि
removed,
इस समय
because this is the time.
तुम्हारी नजर मेरी नजर
Baba
से मिल
says,
जाती है।
you look in the eyes of the
भगवान की
Father
नजर
because
हमारे पर पड़ती
because
है,
Father's vision
उसकी
falls on
दृष्टि
you,
मिलती है
and you get Baba's
और हम
drishti.
उस नजर से बाबा को देखते हैं।
When we look at the
ये
Father
है
with that
नजर का
vision,
मिलना।
so Baba says,
तो इसी से बाबा
you meet
कहते
Father
हैं, क्योंकि
through that
ये हो
vision.
गई बाबा की याद।
So this becomes Baba's
और
remembrance.
ऐसे जब हम बाबा को आत्मा समझकर स्वयं को बाबा को देखते हैं,
When we consider ourselves to be souls, and when we meet the Father, when we experience that meeting,
तो बाबा कहते हैं आपके दुख मिटते जाते
then all your sorrows gradually will be
और
removed.
इसके हम सब अनुभवी हैं।
Of course, we all have this experience,
दूर
right?
हुए? दुख दूर हुए?
So your sorrows are
हाँ
removed,
या ना? हाँ
yes
जी,
or no?
क्योंकि हम तो दुख धाम से ही निकल
Because
आए ना।
we have
ये
completely come
सारी
beyond the
दुनिया
land
दुख
of
की
sorrow.
दुनिया है। कलयुग की दुनिया, पुरानी दुनिया। बाबा ने तो कहा है ये पाप की दुनिया है।
Baba says, this is the
इसलिए
land
मैं तुम बच्चों
of
को
sinful souls.
कर्म अकर्म विकर्म की गति समझाता हूँ,
And Baba explains, he gives us the knowledge of the neutral actions, sinful actions, and
पाप
actions.
आत्माओं से लेन देन भी
And
नहीं,
Baba says, never have any exchange
नहीं तो हिसाब
with
किताब
the
बन
sinful
जाएगा।
souls, otherwise it becomes an account.
उससे भी प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों को सेफ कर देते हैं।
Baba also keeps us safe
आज
with that,
बाबा ने खास
with
हमें
that
इतना ऊंचा टाइटल देकर
precaution.
वर्तमान का
So
साहबजादा
Baba gives us
बनाया
this title,
और
the highest
भविष्य के
title.
हम शहजादे बन रहे हैं।
We are going to
तो
become
बस
Prince and
जीवन
the
सुखी
Princess
हो
in the
गया
future, because
और
we
सभी
are
दुख
the children
दूर
of the Lord
हो
at this
गए और
time.
होते जा रहे
And
हैं।
Baba says, as you
हाँ,
remember
दुख की
Baba,
फीलिंग भी
you will
बाबा
not have
हम
the
बच्चों
feeling
को
of
ऐसा
sorrow.
कहते नहीं आनी चाहिए।
Baba says, you children, since you are the
आज
children of the
कहते
bestower of
हैं
happiness
बच्चे
and the remover of
बच्चे
sorrow, you shouldn't have any feeling of sorrow
तुम्ही
even.
साहबजादे सो
Let's listen to the Murli. And today's
शहजादे
date is
बनना है।
12th July 2024.
इसलिए याद की
Essence,
यात्रा से
sweet children, you
अपने
have to belong to the
विकर्मों
Lord
को
and the Master,
भस्म
and then you
करो।
become Prince and the Princess.
प्रश्न
Therefore,
है,
burn your sins
किस
away with the
एक
pilgrimage of
विधि से
remembrance. Question:
तुम्हारे
by
सब
using
दुख
which
दूर
method
हो
is
जाते
all
हैं?
your sorrow removed?
उत्तर
Answer:
है, जब
when you look in the
तुम
eyes of the
अपनी
Father
नजर
and your eyes
आपकी
meet
नजर
Father's
से
eyes,
मिलाते हो,
all your sorrow is removed,
तो
because
नजर मिलने से
by remembering the
तुम्हारे सब
Father
दुख दूर हो
while
जाते हैं,
considering yourselves to be souls, all
क्योंकि
your
अपने
sins
को
are cut
आत्मा
away.
समझकर बाप को याद करने से सब पाप कट जाते हैं। यही है
This is your
तुम्हारी
pilgrimage of
आत्मिक
remembrance,
यात्रा। तुम देह के
and
सब
you
धर्म
renounce all
छोड़
bodily religions
बाप को याद
and remember the
करते
Father.
हो, जिससे
By
आत्मा
doing this,
सतो
you
प्रधान बन
souls
जाती
become
है।
Sato Pradhan, and
तुम
you then become
सुख
the
धाम
masters
के
of the land of happiness.
मालिक बन जाते हो। ओम शांति।
Om
श्री
Shanti.
भगवानुवाच
God Shiva speaks.
अपने को
Sit here,
आत्मा
considering
समझकर
yourselves to be souls.
बाप
The Father
फरमाते
asks
हैं, शिव
you.
भगवानुवाच
God
माना
Shiva
ही
speaks means
शिव बाबा
it is
समझाते
Shiv Baba who
हैं,
explains.
बच्चे
Children,
अपने
sit
को
here, considering
आत्मा
yourselves to be
समझकर
souls,
बैठो,
because
क्योंकि तुम
all of you
सब
are
brothers
brothers.
हो। एक ही बाप के
All
बच्चे
of you
हो।
are the children of the one Father.
एक ही बाप
You
से
have to claim your
वर्षा
inheritance
लेना
from the one Father,
हूबहू
exactly as you claimed it from the
जैसे
Father 5,000 years ago.
5000 वर्ष पहले बाप से वर्षा लिया था। ऐसे ही लिया था ना जैसे अभी बैठे हैं, हाँ?
We have
ऐसे ही
taken the inheritance in the
साहबजादे
same
बने,
way
फिर
as we had
शहजादे
taken in the
बने।
previous cycle,
आती है ना वो स्मृति
like how we have become the children of the Lord
आदि
now.
सनातन देवी
You
देवताओं
were
की
in the kingdom of the
राजधानी में
original and the eternal deities.
बाप
The
बैठ
Father sits
समझाते
here and
हैं,
explains to you
तुम
how can you
सूर्यवंशी
become the
अर्थात
part of the
विश्व
Sun
के
dynasty,
वाली
that is,
कैसे
how you
कर
become the
सकते हो?
masters of the world.
मुझ अपने बाप को याद करो।
That is, remember me, your
इतना
Father.
आसान बाबा सुनाते
Baba
हैं।
shows us a very simple
विश्व
way
का
of
मालिक
becoming the
बनो।
master, that
और
is to
विधि
remember
क्या
Baba
बाबा ने
constantly.
सुनाई, कितनी आसान। बस मुझ बाप को याद करो।
Just you need to remember Father
तुम
alone.
सब आत्माएं भाई भाई हो।
All of you souls are brothers.
ऊंचते ऊंच भगवान
God, the highest
एक
on
ही
high,
है।
is only one.
उस
You
सच्चे
children of that true
साहब
Lord
के
are those
बच्चे
who
क्या
belong to
हैं
the
हम
Lord
सभी?
and the Master.
क्या हैं हम सभी?
Who are we?
अभी तो सुना आप सबने।
Just now you heard
साहबजादे।
Baba
जिन्होंने
says,
नहीं बोला वो
because
नहीं है साहबजादे।
we are the ones who belong to Him.
बोला तो बहुतों ने नहीं।
Many of you have not responded.
तो मुख से पता लग जाता है।
Of course, I
सभी है
can
ना?
know who has
अपनी
responded or
मर्जी
not.
कर दो।
At least you can agree now,
नशा चढ़ता है ना।
because you
बाबा
feel
ने
intoxicated when you just
हमको
revise
ऊंचा
these points.
उठाया।
Because
हमको
Baba has
ऊंचा
given us the
बनाया।
highest
वारिस
status, He has
बनाया।
made us
ऊंचा टाइटल।
His
डॉक्यूमेंट में भी बाप ने नहीं
children.
कहा होगा
Even
किसी
the
को
physical
साहब
father who don't have
और
given
कहा
us
भी
these
होगा तो
titles.
थोड़े उस ढंग से आया साहबजादा, हाँ? क्योंकि
Because
ये जीवन हमारी साधारण नहीं है।
this life is not an ordinary life, it's the most elevated and the highest and the
इसलिए
pure
बाबा
life.
भी हमें कितने नाज से कहता है साहबजादे।
That is why Baba also takes that
हमें भी
pride in
स्वयं
giving
पर
us the
कितना
title.
नाज और नशा होना
Of course, we
चाहिए।
should also have that pride and the intoxication that
ये
of
बाप
being
बैठ समझाते हैं।
the children of the
उनकी
Master
श्रीमत
at this time.
पर बुद्धि का योग लगाएंगे
Baba
तो
says,
तुम्हारे सब
if you
पाप
connect
कट
your
जाएंगे।
intellects in yoga according to Srimad, all your sins will be
सब
cut
दुख
away
दूर हो
and
जाएंगे।
all your sorrow will be removed.
बाप से
When
जब
your eyes
हमारी
meet the Father's
आंखें
eyes,
मिलती हैं,
all your sorrow is
तो
removed.
सब दुख दूर हो जाते हैं।
Baba also explains to you, of course, we all have
अव्यक्त रूप से
experienced it,
बाप
right? Even
दादा
when
से,
we have meeting
बाप दादा की
of
पटरामणि होती
Avyakt
तो सबकी
Bap Dada.
ये दृश्य देखा है ना, अनुभव ये ना?
Of course, everybody would have
सबकी
witnessed
आंखें
that scene.
कहाँ होती हैं? एक ही जगह। बाबा की आंखें।
Everyone's focus, everyone's eyes would
अनुभवी
be
हो ना सभी।
at one
और कहीं खिसकती ही नहीं।
side.
कोई आसपास
There
भी
will
वो कुछ करता
even
रहे तो
you
भी आंखें हमारी कहाँ
you would be
रहती हैं?
just focused completely on Baba, right?
बाबा की आंखें। हाँ?
On Baba's eyes.
तो इसी में ही इतनी ताकत है
There is so much power
जो बाबा कहते हैं सब दुख दूर हो जाए।
that vision will completely remove all kinds of
आंखें
sorrow.
मिलाने का भी अर्थ समझाते हैं।
Baba also explains to you the meaning of emitting of the eyes. Baba says, which means considering ourselves as souls and remembering the Father, which is called the pilgrimage of remembrance. Of course, this is also called the fire of yoga. All your sins of many births will be burnt away in the fire of yoga.
वो भस्म हो जाएंगे। ये है ही दुख धाम।
Baba says this is the
सभी
kingdom,
नरकवासी
this is the land of sorrow
तुमने
where
बहुत पाप
the
किए
residents
हैं,
of hell
इसलिए
are
कहा
there.
जाता है रावण
You have
राज्य।
committed a lot of sin,
सतयुग को
and
कहा
this is
जाता
called
है
the kingdom of
राम
Ravan.
राज्य। तुम ऐसे समझा
The
सकते
golden
हो,
age is called the kingdom of
पर
Rama.
कितनी भी बड़ी
You can
सभा
explain in this
बैठी
way.
हो,
No matter
भाषण
how big the
देते
gathering
हुए
is, you
चर्चा
shouldn't
हो
be
रही है, तुम तो
hesitating to
भगवानुवाच कहते
just
रहते
present
हो।
your things.
माना ये कह
You
दिया
always
कि
say
ये जो
that
हम
God
सुना
speaks.
रहे हैं ये भगवान का वाचा
You
है,
always start
उसका
with this
कहा हुआ
phrase
है।
that God
तो
speaks.
फिर
All the
किसी की
versions are
बात का
spoken by
हमको
God.
सोच थोड़ा चलेगा
So you should
कैसे
not be
सुनाए,
scared or
इतनी बड़ी
hesitant to
सभाएं
present
और ही
any
नशे से
concept.
अथॉरिटी से सुनाते हैं।
Instead, you should be
तुम तो
able to present
भगवानुवाच
that with
कहते
great
रहते हो।
intoxication.
श्री
Always you use
भगवानुवाच
this phrase that
हम
God
सब
speaks.
आत्माएं उनकी संतान
We
हैं,
souls
ब्रदर्स
are
हैं।
Baba's children.
बाकी
We
श्री
all are
कृष्ण के
brothers.
कोई संतान थे ऐसे नहीं कहेंगे।
We
ना
wouldn't
इतनी
say that there
रानियां
were any
होती।
children of Sri Krishna
श्री
or
कृष्ण
there were
का
so
तो
many
जब
queens.
स्वयंवर होता
When
है
Sri Krishna gets married,
नाम
his
ही
name
बदल
changes.
जाता है।
As
हाँ ऐसे कहेंगे
you would say,
लक्ष्मी
Lakshmi and
नारायण
Narayan
के
had
बच्चे
children.
थे। राधे कृष्ण
Radha
भी
and Krishna,
स्वयंवर के बाद
they become Lakshmi
लक्ष्मी
and
नारायण
Narayan after
बनते
they
हैं,
marry and they have a
तब
son.
एक बच्चा
Then
होता
their
है,
dynasty
फिर
continues.
उनकी डायनेस्टी चलती है। तुम
You
बच्चों
children now have to
को
remember the
अब
father
बाल
constantly.
एकदम याद करना है। देह के
Renounce
सब
all the
बंधन
religions of the
छोड़ो,
bodies and
बाप
constantly
को
remember
याद
the
करो,
Father, and
तो
all your sins
तुम्हारे
will be
सब
cut away.
पाप कट जाएंगे।
You will become
सतो
Sato
प्रधान
Pradhan and
बन
then you go to
स्वर्ग में
heaven.
जाएंगे।
There
स्वर्ग
is no
में
sorrow in heaven.
कोई दुख होता नहीं,
In hell,
नरक में
there is
अथाह दुख
limitless
है,
sorrow. There is
स्वर्ग का
no
नाम
name or
निशान
praise of
नहीं।
happiness.
ऐसे युक्ति से
These
बतलाना
things
चाहिए।
are to be explained to people very
श्री
tactfully.
भगवानुवाच
Shiv
हे
Baba speaks,
बच्चों
O
इस
children,
समय
you
तुम
souls are impure at this
आत्माएं
time.
पतित हो,
So how can you be
अब
pure?
पावन कैसे बनो? मुझे
You called
बुलाया
out to
ही
Baba,
है, हे पतित पावन
O
आओ,
purifier, come.
पावन
Only
होते
pure
ही हैं
ones
सब
exist
युग
in the
में,
golden age, whereas impure
पतित
ones
होते
exist in
हैं
the iron
कलयुग
age.
में।
After the iron
कलयुग
age,
के
it surely
बाद
has to
फिर
be the
सतयुग
golden
जरूर
age.
बनना है।
There is an
नई
establishment
दुनिया
of
की
the new world
स्थापना,
and the destruction of
पुरानी
the old
दुनिया
world.
का विनाश होता है। गायन
It's
का
also
है
remembered that the
ब्रह्मा
establishment took
द्वारा
place through Brahma.
स्थापना। हम ब्रह्मा
We Brahma
कुमार
Kumars and
कुमारियां
Kumaris are adopted children.
चिल्ड्रन हैं। हम हैं
We are Brahmins, the
ब्राह्मण
top knot.
ज्योति। भगवान ने अडॉप्ट कर लिया,
God has adopted
इतना
us.
ऊंचा जन्म हो गया।
So this is
ज्योति
one of the
ब्राह्मण
highest
ज्योति
and the
सबसे
elevated
ऊंचे।
births. That
इसलिए
is why
ब्राह्मण
Brahmins
ज्योति
are
को
always
खड़ी करती,
shown as
कान
top
पे
knot in the
नजर
variety
रखती,
form image.
ताकि दूर से ऊंची दिखाई
Someone can easily identify
दे। और हमारा
that they are
जीवन
Brahmins,
ही ऐसा ऊंचा बन जाता है।
whereas our life in a practical way it is the highest.
विराट रूप भी है ना, पहले ब्राह्मण जरूर बनना पड़े।
First of all, you need to become Brahmins, and Brahma is also a Brahmin. Deities only exist in the golden age. In the golden age, there is constant happiness and there is no mention of sorrow.
और कलयुग में
In the iron age, there is limitless sorrow.
अपरंपार दुख है, बाबा कहते हैं।
Baba says there is limitless sorrow in the iron age,
सब दुखी है,
and all are
ऐसा कोई
unhappy.
नहीं होगा
There is no one who doesn't experience sorrow.
सबको दुख का अनुभव तो है।
Everyone
बाबा ने अब हम बच्चों को दुख
has
से
an
छुड़ा
experience
दिया
of
ना।
the sorrow,
पहले तो
but
जरा
Baba
सी
has.
दुखी हो जाते होंगे।
Earlier we were so sensitive,
ऐसा कोई नहीं होगा
but Baba
जिसको
has
दुख
made
ना
us
हो। ये है
resilient.
राज्य। ये रावण भारत
This
का
Baba says everyone
नंबर
is
वन दुश्मन
sad and unhappy because everyone is in the kingdom of Ravan, because everyone is just influenced by these vices. There is no vice in the golden age, because that is the pure household religion. Mountains of sorrow have fallen and even more are about to fall.
आगे और भी गिरने हैं और दुख बढ़ ही रहा है ना संसार में।
Of course,
फिर
Baba
जब
says
विनाश के दृश्य होंगे तो कितना
when
दुखी
we
होंगे सब।
see the scenes of destruction,
ये इतने बॉम्ब्स आदि बनाते रहते हैं, रखने लिए
people
तो
just
नहीं,
make poems, they are not made just to store them. There is a lot of refinement, and the rehearsals also take place, and then the final destruction takes place. Baba says there is a very little time left.
समय पर पूरा होगा ना।
Drama will definitely end at its perfect time.
शिव बाबा का ज्ञान होना चाहिए।
First of all, you should have an
कुछ भी
introduction of the
भाषण आदि शुरू करते हो
God.
तो हमेशा पहले
Whenever you
यही
start
कहना है,
any lecture,
शिवाय नमः।
first of all you need to start with this phrase, that is Shivaya Namaha, because whatever is the praise of the God, that cannot be applied to anyone,
हीरे तुल्य है।
because
श्री कृष्ण के
Shiv
चरित्र
Baba's
आदि
Jayanti
कुछ है नहीं।
is
सतयुग में तो छोटे
worth
बच्चे भी
diamonds.
सतो प्रधान ही होते हैं।
In the golden
जो
age,
चरित्र
children are
भक्ति
Sato
के अंदर
Pradhan.
दिखाए हैं,
Whatever divine activities are shown on the path of devotion, they are not of actually Sri Krishna's.
कुछ भी नहीं है। श्री कृष्ण के लिए दिखाते हैं, मक्खन खाते थे,
They always
ये
show
करते
Sri
थे,
Krishna
हाँ,
as
खाते
stealing
हैं,
butter,
चोरी
then
करते
eating
थे,
butter.
क्या-क्या कह दिया है।
He was very mischievous.
ये तो महिमा के बदले और ही
Baba
बुराई
says,
करते हैं।
instead of
कितना
praising
खुशी
Sri
में
Krishna,
आकर
these
कहते हैं,
activities
ईश्वर सर्वव्यापी
are
है।
actually
जैसे बड़ी
defamatory.
अच्छी बात कह रहे हो, तेरे में भी है, मेरे
On
में
the
भी
other
है।
hand, we say
ये
that
बड़ी
God is
भारी
in you
बुराई
and in
है।
me, and Baba says this is the highest or
मोह
the
प्रधान मनुष्य
defamation which can never
समझ नहीं
happen,
सकते।
because human beings
तो
don't even
पहले
understand
पहले
anything. So,
क्या करना है?
first of all, what you need to do,
पहले पहले क्या करना है?
what has to be done at the
सोचिए
initial
उत्तर।
stage? Can you think of the answer?
तो बाबा ने जो कहा है
Baba says,
वो सुनिए बाबा से। इस उत्तर की आप अपने उत्तर की टैली करना।
then you can just verify your answer with the Babas.
तो पहले पहले
Baba says, first of all, you need to give the introduction of the Father.
किस किस को आया था ये उत्तर बुद्धि में?
How many of you knew this one?
थोड़ों को आया।
Very few of you have got the answer.
थोड़ों टीचर्स भी हाथ खड़ा कर रही हैं काफी
A few teachers and mothers.
तो पहले पहले क्या करना
Yeah,
है?
it's good.
बाप का परिचय।
First of all, you need to give the Father's
वो
introduction.
निराकार बाप है,
He is the
जिनका
incorporeal
नाम है
God,
कल्याणकारी शिव,
whose name
सर्वदा
is
सद्गति दाता।
Benevolent Shiva, the bestower of salvation of all. That incorporeal Father is the ocean of happiness and the ocean of peace.
अब इतना दुख
Why is
क्यों
there
हुआ?
so much sorrow now?
क्योंकि रावण राज्य है।
Because this is the kingdom of
रावण
Ravan.
है सबका दुश्मन।
Ravan is everyone's
उसको
enemy.
मारते भी हैं।
They kill him, but he doesn't die.
मरता मरता मर गया या नहीं?
Does he die or not?
मर गया या नहीं? नहीं मरा ना।
He doesn't die, right?
भले हमारे जीवन से तो मरता जा रहा है, पर दुनिया तो
Of
जला
course,
रही
we
है।
are just gradually
वहाँ मरा नहीं।
coming out from that, but
पहले बहुत
the world is
हजारों
completely
लोग
influenced
जाते
by the
थे।
voices.
हाँ, रावण
Earlier, we used to get it
अब लोगों
printed
को
in
पता
the
लग गया,
newspapers
हमारी
that
ये
Ravan
बात
will not
बार-बार
die
कहते
or
हैं।
he has not died, and people are very well aware that Brahma Kumaris frequently talk about this.
परंतु मरता नहीं। यहाँ कोई एक दुख नहीं है।
You don't have just one type of sorrow here, there is limitless sorrow. In the golden age, there is limitless happiness.
5000 वर्ष पहले बेहद के
You
बाप के
become,
बच्चे बने थे।
Baba says, you became the children of the unlimited Father 5000 years ago, and also you claimed this inheritance from the Father. Shiv Baba definitely comes, and he surely does something when he comes. That is why his praise is sung.
शिवरात्रि भी कहते हैं, फिर है श्री
People
कृष्ण
speak
की
of the night of Shiva,
अब शिवरात्रि
and then there is the night of Sri
और श्री
Krishna.
कृष्ण की रात्रि को
You
भी
now
समझ
have to
सकते हैं।
understand about the night of
शिव तो
Shiva
आते
and the
ही
night of
बेहद
Sri
की
Krishna.
रात में,
Shiv Baba comes in the unlimited night, whereas Sri Krishna's birth takes place at Amrit Vela, not at night.
परंतु उनकी कोई तिथि तारीख नहीं।
People celebrate the night of Shiva, but there is no date or time.
वेले
The birth of Sri Krishna takes place at Amrit Vela. Amrit Vela is considered to be the most auspicious time.
संगम युग,
The Amrit Vela,
सतयुग का आदि। जैसे रात
in a
का
bigger perspective, it refers to this time, that is
हुआ नहीं।
the confluence age, which is the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the
वेला है ना,
Golden Age.
तो बाबा कहते हैं अमृत सबसे
those
शुभ
people
मुहूर्त
celebrate
माना
Sri
जाता
Krishna's birth at midnight,
वो लोग श्री कृष्ण का जन्म 12 बजे मनाते हैं,
but that is not the
परंतु
time
वो
of the dawn.
प्रभात तो हुई नहीं। प्रभात
The dawn is
सवेरे
around 2
2-3
to 3
बजे
a.m.
कहा जाता है,
when you remember
जबकि
God. Not,
सिमरन भी कर सके। ऐसे थोड़े ही
it
12 बजे
isn't that
विचार
someone
से
would get
उठकर
up at
कोई
midnight
भगवान
after
का नाम
indulging in
लेते
vice and
होंगे,
remember
बिल्कुल
God.
नहीं।
Not at all.
अमृत वेला
Amrit
12
Vela
बजे
is
तो
not
नहीं
at
कहा
midnight.
जाता।
At that
उस समय
time,
तो
human
मनुष्य
beings
भी
are
बहुत
impure and
दुखी होते
dirty.
हैं,
The atmosphere
वायुमंडल
is
ही
very
सारा
bad at that
खराब
time.
होता है।
No one gets up
2:30
at
बजे
2:30 a.m.
थोड़े ही कोई उठता है। 3-4
Amrit
बजे
Vela
का
is
समय
around 3 to 4
अमृत वेला
a.m.
है। उस समय उठकर
People
मनुष्य
awaken at
भक्ति
that time
करते
and
हैं।
perform devotion.
यह टाइम
They
तो
fix at
मनुष्य
that
ने
time
बनाया,
themselves, and it
परंतु
isn't really a
वह
fixed
कोई
time.
समय है नहीं। तो तुम
So you
श्री
can find
कृष्ण
out
की
the time
वेला
that Sri Krishna was
निकाल
born.
सकते हो। उसका जन्म कब होगा?
When
शिव
will Sri
की
Krishna
वेला
take
कुछ
birth?
भी नहीं निकाल सकते।
You
ये तो
cannot
खुद
find
ही
out the
आगे
time that Shiv
समझाते
Baba
हैं।
came.
तो
Baba
पहले
himself comes
पहले
and
महिमा
explains this
बता
to us.
दीजिए
So first of
शिव
all, you
बाबा
have to
की।
tell people about Shiv Baba's praise.
गीत पिछाड़ी
A
में
song
नहीं,
also should be
पहले
played
बजाना
at the
चाहिए।
beginning, not at the end.
शिव बाबा
Shiv Baba is the
सबसे
sweetest
मीठा
Baba of
बाबा है।
all, and
इसलिए
you
हमेशा
receive.
हम कोई भी
That is
कार्यक्रम
why
करें, क्लास करें,
whenever we
हमारी
conduct any
विधि
class
क्या
or
है,
whenever we
पहले
organize any
गीत
programs,
बजता है।
exhibitions, this is the
रोज भी
system
देखो तो
followed
पहले
here
गीत
to play a
बजता है,
song in the beginning,
तो सबकी बुद्धि में शिव बाबा की
so
महिमा
that everyone
आ
just
जाती है। तो बुद्धि सेट हो
remembers
जाती है अच्छी तरह से।
of the
फिर कोई
praise
सुनाओ
of
कि
Shiv
शिव
Baba
भगवान
or
ने ये
of
कहा
all the
है,
specialities of
तो
Shiv Baba,
ध्यान
so
से
that
सुनेंगे भी,
when their
बुद्धि
intellect is
चलेगी
connected with
भी,
that,
समझ में
then
आएगा।
whatever we explain about Shiv Baba,
कितना
then I
अच्छा
think they'll
बाबा
understand
सहज
very well.
तरीका हमें
So Baba
सिखाते हैं।
explains one of the finest and the simplest ways
गीत
of
पिछाड़ी में नहीं, पहले
explaining
बजाना
to others.
चाहिए। शिव बाबा सबसे मीठा है, उनसे बेहद
Shiv
का
Baba
वरसा
is the
मिलता
sweetest
है।
Baba of
आज
all
से 5000 वर्ष
because
पहले
he is the
ये
one
श्री
who gives us the
कृष्ण
inheritance, and
सतयुग का
Sri
पहला
Krishna was the
प्रिंस
first
था।
prince of the golden age
वहाँ
5000 years
अपरंपार
ago.
सुख
There
थे।
was limitless happiness
अभी भी
there.
स्वर्ग का
Even
गायन
now,
करते रहते
people
हैं।
just continue to
कोई
praise
मरता है
heaven.
तो
When
कहेंगे
someone dies,
फलाना
they say
स्वर्ग
that so and
पधारा।
so has gone to
अरे
heaven.
अभी तो नरक है,
Oh, it
स्वर्ग
is still
हो
hell
तो स्वर्ग
here.
में
If
पुनर्जन्म
it were
ले
heaven,
सके।
people could take rebirth in
समझाना
heaven.
चाहिए
Explain
कि
that.
स्वर्ग है कहाँ।
You need to
हमारे
explain where
पास
the
तो
heaven and
इतने
hell is.
वर्षों का अनुभव है,
Explain that we
वो
have the
सिर्फ
experience
15
of so
मिनट
many
में तो
years
नहीं
and that
समझा
cannot be
सकते।
explained in just 15 minutes.
इसमें तो टाइम चाहिए।
Definitely, a little time is
पहले
required.
पहले तो 1 सेकंड की
First of
बात
all, tell them
सुनाइए।
that this is a matter of only a
बेहद का
second.
बाप जो
Give
दुख
them the
का
introduction of the
सुख
unlimited
का
Father,
परिचय
who is the
देते हैं।
remover of the sorrow
वो
and the
हम
bestower
सब
of
आत्माओं का
happiness.
बाप है।
He is the Father of
हम
all of
भी
us
के
souls.
सब
All
शिव
of us
बाबा की
BKs are
श्रीमत पर
following
चलते हैं।
Shiv Baba's Srimad.
बाप कहते हैं
The Father
तुम
says,
सब
all
भाई
of you are
भाई
brothers
हो,
and I am your Father.
मैं तुम्हारा बाप हूँ। मैं
I
5000
came
वर्ष
5000 years
पहले
ago,
आया था।
and this is why people
तब तो
celebrate Shiv
शिव
Jayanti.
जयंती मनाते हो।
Nothing is
स्वर्ग
celebrated in
में
heaven.
कुछ मनाया नहीं जाता। त्योहार तो ऐसे मनाएंगे नहीं। शिव
People
जयंती
don't celebrate
होती
any
है
festivals
जिसमें
there.
फिर
There is
भक्ति
Shiv
मार्ग
Jayanti, and the
की
memorial of
याद
this is
कर
celebrated on the
मनाया
path of
जाता है।
devotion.
ये
This is the
गीता
Gita
एपिसोड
episode
चल
being played
रहा
out.
है। नई दुनिया
The
की
new world is
स्थापना
being
ब्रह्मा
established through
द्वारा,
Brahma, and the
पुरानी
old
दुनिया
world
का
is to be destroyed
विनाश
through Shankar.
शंकर द्वारा।
You
अभी
can
देखो
just,
आप दोनों ही स्थापना भी देख रहे हो
you are seeing the
और
task of
विनाश
the
भी देख
establishment
रहे
as well as of the destruction scenes at the same time.
हो। ये भी देखो सारे कल्प
Both
का
take place simultaneously
प्ले किया
because
और अंत में ये इस दुनिया के परिवर्तन का ये
Because
भाग्य हम बच्चों को मिला है।
we children have got the fortune of seeing such a huge
सारी
transformation.
दुनिया है करोड़ों लोग, कुछ मालूम
The
नहीं।
world is filled with
स्थापना भी चल रही
billions
है,
of
विनाश
people,
भी
and
चल
they are
रहा
not even aware
है। और
of
वो भी
this
सारी दुनिया का स्वर्ग
this
आने का। लोग
event
जरा
in
सा
the
काम करते हैं तो आउट
world
हो जाते हैं।
history, that the destruction and the establishment are taking place at the same time.
विश्व परिवर्तन सतयुग
But we are very well aware that
आप सबके द्वारा ही तो आ रहा है
the
ना।
most important
करने वाले
event
कौन है? बाबा ने हम बच्चों को कहा है ना।
in the world history is taking place.
और विनाश
That is, golden age is about to come, and we are also seeing the scenes of the
पता
destruction.
उनको नहीं है जो विनाश की तैयारी है।
one thing is to be wondered here is they are having all the preparations for the destruction, but yet they are not aware when the world will be destroyed. Even if they come to know about the destruction of the old world, they'll be confused about what will happen next, because we have heard this from many scientists that they don't have any idea about what will happen. Or whereas in today's Murli, Baba has talked about the destruction and the establishment very frequently. And Baba says the establishment of the new world takes place through Brahma and the destruction of the old world through Shankar. Just look at the atmosphere of the old world, because we understand, right? These are the preparations for the final destruction. Baba says this impure world has to be destroyed finally. That is why we call out to Baba, that Baba take us to the pure world. There is a limitless sorrow. Baba also explains very briefly that how the sorrow is caused. It is caused through fighting death, and someone becomes a widow when someone's husband dies, and some commit suicide. Baba says the golden age was the kingdom of limitless happiness. Definitely take this picture of your aim and objective with you. The Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of the world. We are telling you something of 5,000 years ago of how they attained those births. Baba says what actions were performed by them so that they claimed the highest post. Baba alone explains to you the philosophy of action, neutral action, and the sinful action. In the golden age, actions are neutral. Because this is the kingdom of Ravan, all the actions become sinful, and that is why it is called the world of sinful souls. Your exchange is with the sinful souls. While a baby is still in the womb, they get it engaged. They have such criminal vision. Here they are criminal-eyed. The golden age is called civil-eyed. Here, eyes commit a lot of sin. There no one commits sin. History and geography repeat from the golden age to the end of the iron age. You should know why is it called a land of happiness and a land of sorrow. Everything depends on being impure and pure. Therefore, the Father says, lust is the greatest enemy. You become the conquerors of the world by conquering that. For a half a cycle, the world was very pure, where there were elevated deities. Now it has become totally corrupt. On one side, they call it a corrupted world, whereas on the other hand, they always address one another using this word Shri Shri. All these matters are to be understood very clearly. What is just ahead, because Baba talks about destruction. So Baba says the destruction is just ahead, or the death is now standing just ahead. Of course, everyone knows that. Of course, you would have read Murli also. Who has read Murli? Don't take it in other way, because you are revising for the second time. What did you read? Baba says death is standing just ahead. People don't even know. We deceive ourselves with this. When something uncertain things happen, then we will not be able to do anything. So Baba says death is now standing just ahead. The Father says constantly remember me alone, and your sins will be cut away, and you will become Sato Pradhan. You will become the masters of the land of happiness. Now there is nothing but sorrow. No matter how many conferences are organized, how many gatherings are being planned, nothing will happen through this. People neither have peace or happiness through that. It leads to
सीढ़ी नीचे
chaos, that's
उतरते
all.
ही जाते हैं।
They
बाप अपना
just continue
कार्य
to come down the
अपने
ladder.
बच्चों
Baba
द्वारा
is
करा
carrying
रहे
out
हैं।
his task through his children.
तो ये दुख मिटाना सुख लाना बाबा ने हम बच्चों
How
के
to
द्वारा
remove
काम
sorrow
में
and
लेकर
bestow
बताया ना कि सुख की दुनिया
happiness,
लानी है।
Baba
तुमने
makes his
पुकारा है,
children
पतित पावन आओ,
do the task.
तो मैं
So because we
अपने
called out
समय
to the
पर
Father
आया
that,
हूँ।
"O purifier, come," and Baba says that he
यदा
has come
यदा
at
ही
his
धर्मस्य
own, at his perfect time,
इसका
and he
अर्थ
comes
भी नहीं
whenever there is
जानते।
extreme irreligiousness.
बुलाते हैं तो जरूर
They don't
पूर्वक
even
आते
understand
हैं।
the meaning of this,
बाप
because when we
कहते
call out
हैं,
Baba, we are
रावण ने
impure. That
तुमको
is why we
पतित
call out to
बनाया,
Baba, and Baba
अब
says
मैं
it is
पावन
Ravan who
बना
has
के
made you
आया हूँ।
impure, and Baba has come to make
वो
us pure.
पावन दुनिया थी,
That was the
अब
pure
पतित
world.
दुनिया है।
Now it has been
पांच
the old
विकार
one,
सब में है,
because everyone
अब
has these five
पार
vices.
दुख है,
There is a limitless
सब
sorrow
तरफ
because of that.
अशांति ही
There is
अशांति
peacelessness all around.
है। जब तुम बिल्कुल तमो प्रधान पाप आत्मा बन जाते हो,
When you become
तब
completely tamopradhan and
क्या
sinful,
होता
then
है?
what happens?
बाबा ने कहा
Baba
है,
says,
तब मैं आता हूँ।
he comes at that time.
जो मुझे सर्वव्यापी कहे मेरा अपकार करते हैं,
Baba
ऐसे
says,
ऐसे का भी
those who
मैं
call me
उद्धार
omnipresent,
करने आता हूँ।
and
कहा
I
तो
come to
सर्वव्यापी
uplift
सर्वव्यापी।
such children, because
इस
we
जन्म
also
में
would
भी
have
कहा
told,
होगा,
even we would have told in this birth
तो
before
सबका
getting this
बाबा
knowledge.
कहते मैं उपकार करता
So
हूँ।
Baba
मैं
comes and
उपकार।
uplifts
इस जन्म में
everyone,
किस
whoever
किसने
has
ऐसा
defamed,
किया?
who has called God omnipresent
हाथ तो
in this
खड़ा करो,
birth.
बहुतों ने कहा है। हाँ,
Of course,
माताएं,
many of you would have
पीछे
told,
सब, भाई, भाई मालूम थोड़ा था।
all mothers,
तो बड़े
brothers,
उससे महिमा
teachers.
करके कहते थे।
Can you raise your hands? Of course, we used to give the introduction of the God in a wrong way with great intoxication, because we said God is in you and God is in me. So Baba has come and he says that, God, I didn't tell you that I am omnipresent.
तो बाबा ने कहा है,
So Baba says,
जो मुझे सर्वव्यापी कहे मेरा अपकार करते हैं, ऐसे ऐसे
those who
का भी
defame
मैं
me
उपकार
and
करने
those who have
आता
called me omnipresent,
हूँ। मुझे तुम
I come
निमंत्रण
to
देते
uplift
हो
them.
कि इस पतित रावण की
You
दुनिया में
invited me
आओ,
to come to this impure
पतित
world
शरीर में आओ।
and to come into
मुझे
this
भी
impure
रथ तो
body.
चाहिए ना,
I too need a
पावन
chariot.
रथ
I
तो
don't need a
चाहिए
pure
नहीं।
chariot.
रावण
In the
राज्य
kingdom
में
of
ही
Ravan,
पतित
all are impure.
पावन
No
कोई
one
है
is
नहीं,
pure. All are
सब
born through
विकार से ही
vice.
पैदा होते हैं।
And this is a
ये
vicious
vicious
world, and
world
that is the
है,
viceless one.
वो है viceless world।
How will you
अब
become
तुम
Sato Pradhan
तमो
from
प्रधान
Tamo
से
Pradhan?
सतो प्रधान कैसे बनेंगे?
Baba
पतित
says,
पावन
I
तो
alone,
मैं ही हूँ, मेरे
I am the
साथ
purifier.
योग लगाओ।
You need to get your intellects
भारत का
connected with
प्राचीन
Baba.
राजयोग ये है,
This is the ancient
आएंगे
Raj
भी
Yoga of
जरूर
Bharat.
ग्रस्त मार्ग में।
He will definitely come
कैसे
on the
wonderful
household
रीति
path.
आते हैं।
Just look
ये
how
पिता भी है,
Baba
ये
comes in
माँ
such a
भी
wonderful
है,
way,
क्योंकि
because he is the father and the mother, because the
माँ
mouth of a cow is needed from which nectar can emerge. So this is the mother, and the father, then Saraswati has been made head to look after the mothers. She is called Jagadamba. They also speak of Mother Kali. It isn't that she is ugly like that. They have shown Sri Krishna as dark blue because he sat on the pyre of lust and he has become ugly. It is Sri Krishna who becomes ugly as well as beautiful. These matters need some time to be understood. And how much time do we give for everyone? We just tell them 7 days are required, and someone has to spend 1 hour in order to understand these things. Just look, the knowledge of the ocean of knowledge can be understood within a week. If someone is sensible and wise, they can even grasp it very quickly. Of course, you need some time to understand these things, and there are a handful of multi-millions who will understand these things, because 5 vices are in everyone. You can explain this in a gathering, because everyone has a right to say something. You should take that opportunity. In an official gathering, No one would ask you any questions etc. in between, because if someone doesn't like to listen, that he or she can leave quietly without making any noise. You need to explain in this way. There is now limitless sorrow. Again, Baba reminds us of the scenes of the destruction. Baba says mountains of sorrow are to fall. We know the Father and the creation. You don't know anyone's occupation. When and how did the Father make Bharat into paradise? You don't know this, so come and we will explain you. How do you take 84 births? Take the 7 days course and we will make you into the charitable souls from sinful souls for 21 births.
तो तुमको 21 जन्म के लिए पाप आत्मा से पुण्य आत्मा बना देंगे. 21 जन्म के लिए.
For 21 births, you will be made charitable souls. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children also offer love, remembrance and good morning namaste to the mother, father and Bap Dada.
Good morning और नमस्ते. बोला ही नहीं सबने.
Did everyone greet Baba?
Namaste.
Can we all say namaste once? Of course, we say this daily, so everyone is sure about that. The essence for dharana, the first point, keep in your intellect of the deep philosophy of action, neutral action and sinful action that the Father has explained, and do not have any exchange with the sinful souls. When we have any kind of exchange, it leads into that relationship, then we will not be able to come out of that bondage. Second, follow Srimad and connect your intellect in yoga to the one Father. Make effort to become Sato Pradhan. In order to make this land of sorrow into a land of happiness, make effort to become pure from impure, and you have to change your criminal vision. Blessing. May you become knowledgeful and sacrifice all your wasteful questions into the sacrificial fire and thereby become free from obstacles. When any obstacle comes, you go into many questions of why and what, how. To be full of questions means to be distressed. When we have questions, there is a lot of upheaval. Become knowledgeful and sacrifice all your wasteful questions into the sacrificial fire. Your time as well as the time of others will be saved. By doing this, you will easily become free from obstacles. Faith and victory are your birthright. Maintain this pride and you will never become distressed. Slogan: to maintain constant enthusiasm and give others that enthusiasm is your occupation. And today's Avyakt signal: in a gathering, considering someone's mistake as my own mistake, this makes the gathering united and strong. This happens when someone has faith for the other. This, of course, requires the power to accommodate. The moment you heard something, the moment you see something, you should be able to completely accommodate and yet have that spiritual vision, and the vision of benefiting the other person should be there. Then you are called the one who is uplifting
कितना अच्छा इशारा संगठन में चलने का
So this is a very good guidance how to move along in that gathering, because when we consider someone's mistake as my mistake, then I will not spread anywhere.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
शांतिवन के सभी समर्पित भाई बहनें आज शाम 6:30 बजे दादी जी मीटिंग
All surrendered brothers and sisters are requested to be in the Dadiji's meeting hall,
भाई बहनों को दुबई सेंटर की गोल्डन जुबली के निमित्त सौगात मिलेगी।
where all the
कृपया करके सभी
brothers and sisters will be
समर्पित
getting a
शाम
gift
6:30 बजे दादी
on
जी
the
मीटिंग
occasion of Golden Jubilee
सभी
celebrations of Dubai Center.
एक बहनें मुरली क्लास के तुरंत बाद सेंटर की राखी लेने के लिए ज्ञान मोती मेडिटेशन
All the center teachers are requested
शांतिवन निवासी
to
वीके
visit
कॉलोनी से
Gyan Moti
बहनें
Meditation Hall
बहनों का
to
शाम
buy
का
to
संगठित योग 6 से 8
collect the
बजे
Rakhis.
रहेगा। शांतिवन के समर्पित व ट्रायल के भाई बहनों के लिए सूचना है।
There is an
आज शाम
announcement
4
for
बजे से
surrendered as well as trial brothers and sisters.
गोल्डन जुबली के निमित्त पीएम पार्क में पिकनिक है।
There is a picnic program in PM Park
शाम 4 बजे
on the occasion of Golden Jubilee celebrations of Brother Banu, who is a singer.
13 से 16 सितंबर तक होने वाले
In Anand Sarovar, there is a political wings conference from 13th to 16th September. All the folders can be collected at the Prerana Nivas office at 11 a.m. onwards. Let's remember Baba for 2 minutes, then
इसके पश्चात जो भी टीचर्स बहनें भट्टी में आई हुई हैं उनसे संबंधित अनाउंसमेंट
And
जी सुनाएंगे।
then the announcement related to the bhatti will be made.
शांति। अभी जो भी भट्टी में आई हुई टीचर्स बहनें हैं,
Om Shanti, all the teachers who have come for the bhatti, can you please make a note of today's schedule? Post that you will watch the video of Dadi Ratan Mohiniji's. Today's self-respect point is I'm the one who is
बाप समान हूँ। आज सभी
who is equal to the Father.
में 10 से 11
10 a.m. to 11 a.m. there will be yoga,
11 से 12
and 11 to 12
सभी का क्लास
there will be a class by
आशा दीदी जी का।
respected Asha sister,
सब्जेक्ट है
and the topic is
प्रत्यक्षता एवं परिवर्तन।
promise
and
and glorification
इस पर ही
and
आपको आशा दीदी गहन योग अनुभूति कराएंगे।
and transformation. And 12 to 1 p.m. there will be an experiential based yoga, and evening 4 to 5 p.m. there will be yoga in the conference hall.
अभी दादी की वीडियो देखिए।
Let's watch the video of Dadi, and the title is Experience Peace by Being Happy. Do you like silence or do you like to clap and smile?
ताली बजा के मुस्कुराना अच्छा लगता है। ऐसे ही जैसे ताली बजाने से खुशी होती
Just like there is happiness in clapping,
है, ऐसे
in the same way,
खुशी सदा बनी रहे।
our happiness should always be maintained. There should always be that smile on our face.
तो ये तो जब मिलते हैं आपस में
When we meet each other,
तो एक तो को देख के खुशी
happiness emerges when we see one another.
परंतु हमें
Whereas we need to firmly practice this within.
का चाहिए कौन सा
Which one is that?
बाबा से मिलते रहे
Keep meeting Baba and our faces should always remain cheerful.
हमें याद है
Yeah, we remember when we started doing yoga in the beginning,
मुस्कुराते थे
our faces used to be always smiling.
भले साइलेंस
Even if there is silence, but
और खुशी
let there be that silence and happiness and peace and happiness. Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.